Hello everyone, welcome to my update US gossip channel. Robyn gets emotional after Cody shares Coyote Pass update. Sister wives look to deliver another emotional punch this end of the week. In a new preview, Cody Brown is shown sharing unexpected news with Robyn Brown about the long-debated Coyote Pass property. Cody walks in excited and ready to discuss what may be one of the family's biggest transitions, and the upcoming episode teases a tense but heartfelt exchange. The scene sets the tone for a major shift in the storyline. It will be one that viewers have followed for years as the Browns struggled to resolve the future of the land. In the clip, Robyn's reaction suggests both heartbreak and acceptance, and the preview asks how the family will deal with this turning point. Will the offer finally put an end to the years-long conflict? And how will this news affect Robyn, who has remained deeply attached to the property? Keep reading to know more. Since the Browns first moved to Flagstaff in 2018, the Coyote Pass story has been explored on Sister Wives. The original plan imagined a shared compound where Cody, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn would live close together. It was supposed to be a long-term home for all the children and a symbol of unity for the family. But that dream quickly faded as disagreements erupted almost immediately. Mary disliked the plot she was assigned, and tension kept rising as Cody tried to manage conflicting demands. Christine's departure in 2021 shifted everything, and she later sold her share of the land back to Cody. Soon after, Mary and Janelle also ended their marriages to him, leaving Robyn as his only remaining wife and the only one still hoping that the family compound would become a reality. Reports in April confirmed that the property had finally sold for $1.5 million. This week's episode will now show how Cody and Robyn confront that ending together in real time. Sister Wives, Robyn breaks down after Cody reveals an offer has arrived. The new clip released by Access Hollywood shows Cody entering their home with excitement as he urges Robyn to grab the picnic table for an impromptu celebration. Robyn looks confused and asks him what happened. Cody then informs her that the earnest money has already cleared and that they have an offer on Coyote Pass. He says in his confessional that the property is close to being sold as a whole. This is something he did not expect after years of stalled plans. Once the news sinks in, Robyn lets out a deep sigh, and Cody immediately asks if she feels okay with it. Robyn admits that the offer hurts her emotionally because she still associates the land with their original dream. She says in her confessional that it breaks her heart to think about Coyote Pass as the place where all of their children would grow up. But when she focuses on the reality of the family now, she knows they need to move forward. Cody considers how long Robyn believed in the property. He says Christine, Janelle, and Mary let go years ago, but Robyn struggled because the land symbolized family unity. He says in the preview that all three of his ex-wives might be meeting to finalize the sale and talk about the next steps. As the preview continues, the emotional temperature in the room shifts dramatically once Robyn wipes her eyes and forces a trembling smile, insisting she's fine even though her voice cracks under the weight of everything Coyote Pass once promised. Cody watches her closely, almost searching her face for permission to be relieved, permission to finally let go of the dream he had tried to keep alive for her even when reality made it impossible. But Robyn isn't the only one whose reaction is looming over the moment. Because the moment Cody mentions that the other wives, his ex-wives, will be meeting to finalize the sale, viewers immediately sense that something much bigger is simmering. In the producer's teaser, the screen cuts to Janelle standing in her kitchen, arms crossed, lips pressed tight, and spreadsheets spread out across her counter like ammunition laid out before a battle. And this is where the reckoning truly begins. For months, rumors have swirled online about inconsistencies in Brown family finances, unexplained withdrawals, missing rental income, disputed down payments, and questionable reimbursements connected to the move from Las Vegas, the purchase of the Flagstaff homes, and the earlier acquisition of Coyote Pass. For years, it was speculation. Gossip. Shadowy hints from frustrated adult children. Nothing concrete. But in this upcoming episode, Janelle finally reveals what she has quietly been compiling, a financial timeline that spans more than a decade, complete with dates, amounts, screenshots, tax records, bank statements, emails, and even old text message threads. For the first time on camera, she makes the bold assertion that fans have whispered for years: money went missing. A lot of money. And the numbers don't lie. According to Janelle, while the family was scrambling to juggle multiple mortgages in Flagstaff, and while she was living in an RV because she believed the family was too financially stretched, over $500,000 of shared family funds were redirected into what she describes as personal expenses, private purchases, and non-transparent accounts that were controlled primarily by Robyn. The accusation is seismic. Janelle explains that the pattern began subtly: small reimbursements here, quiet transfers there, purchases labeled as family expenses when they were anything but. But when Christine left and the financial walls began to crack, Janelle dug deeper. "I had to know why," she says in her confessional. "Why were we so broke? Why were we always scrambling? Why was I living in an RV while someone else had $1 million house?" And that's when she found it. She runs her finger across a highlighted line on the printout: $12,900, jewelry inventory expense, reimbursed twice. Another line: $38,000, down payment assistance, unaccounted for. Another, $9,400, urgent family move expense, spent at a boutique furniture store. And several more, deposits, transfers, personal use purchases that added up shockingly fast. When the total appears on screen, over $500,000, viewers are left breathless. Janelle doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't need to. "I'm not saying she stole it," she clarifies, even though her tone suggests otherwise. "I'm saying the money was spent without transparency, without permission, and without any accountability. And that's worse. Because we were supposed to be a family." Producers cut to Robyn's reaction in the present timeline, still sitting on the couch beside Cody after hearing about the Coyote Pass offer. She has no idea what's coming. No idea what Janelle is preparing to bring to the table at the family meeting. No idea that the spreadsheets she always brushed off as Janelle being controlling are now the backbone of an explosive financial exposé that threatens whatever remains of her reputation with viewers, with the adult children, and possibly with Cody himself. But the tension grows when Cody, still buzzing from the shock of finally receiving an offer, tells her softly, "We're all going to sit down together. No fighting. Just business. We need to move forward." The camera catches Robyn's eyes, wide, darting, uneasy. Somewhere deep inside, she can feel the storm building. And in the preview's final frame, before the screen cuts to black, Robyn whispers something almost no one expected. "I'm scared of what they're going to say." Robyn's confession hangs in the air like a trembling cord, the kind that warns viewers everything is about to break open. She rarely admits fear, not on camera, not in front of Cody, not in a moment tied so closely to the land she has defended for years. But the weight of those words settles heavily between them. Cody straightens in his chair, his expression shifting from excitement to a more cautious concern. "Why would you be scared?" he asks, his voice low, almost confused. But Robyn only shakes her head, staring at her hands. "Because they're angry," she finally murmurs. "And because they think I did something wrong." Producers cut immediately to Janelle preparing for the upcoming meeting, her face resolute. She doesn't say Robyn's name in a malicious way, she doesn't need to. The spreadsheets say it for her. In fact, she tells the cameras that she waited years to bring the data forward because she kept hoping this situation would resolve itself, that money would magically reappear, that someone would admit to a mistake, that Cody would take responsibility as the family leader and demand transparency from everyone, including Robyn. But he never did, she says. He always protected her decisions, even when the rest of us were drowning financially. This time, though, Janelle isn't planning to stay quiet. The meeting will not be about yelling or finger-pointing, she explains, it will be about facts. Evidence. A trail of transactions she believes the family deserves answers for. "I'm tired of being the only one who understands the numbers," she adds with a painful laugh. "I'm tired of being the one who budgets while someone else spends." Christine's reaction, shown briefly in a second teaser clip, adds even more emotional fuel. She admits she always suspected something was off during their final years in the family, especially during the move from Las Vegas when Cody insisted on buying the large Flagstaff home for Robyn despite the financial strain it put on the rest of them. I trusted him, Christine says, tears welling. I trusted that he was doing what was best for the family. But now I wonder if he was just doing what was best for his marriage with Robyn. She pauses, then adds more sharply, and honestly? I think she knew exactly what she was doing. Meanwhile, Mary, whose relationship with Robyn has deteriorated significantly since her exit from the family, hints that she already knows what Janelle uncovered. I saw things, she says, eyes flashing. I asked questions. But every time I brought anything up, it was twisted until I felt like I was the problem. Her voice softens in a way that surprises even herself. Maybe I wasn't the problem after all. Back in Robyn's living room, the mood grows increasingly tense as she tries to explain herself to Cody. I didn't steal anything, she insists, words tumbling fast. I didn't take anything from anybody. Everything I did was for the family. Everything I spent was for us. Her voice rises, defensive but cracking.